Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome to a brand new video and welcome to the brand new PvP guide for Stormbringer Enhancement Shaman PvP Midnight 12.0.5. I'm so sorry for the delay. I was supposed to put it much earlier, right after the Totemic in a few videos, and by the way, if you wanna check the guide for Totemic build, you can check the link from down in the description because I've done it a few weeks ago. And the reason for the delay of this one is because my hard disk decided to die on me, so I lost all the footage, everything, and I had all recorded. So it's pretty weird having to record the same things twice, but yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, this build is also very good, it's so nice, it does so well damage, and I can tell that it might be equal as Totemic. Like, Totemic might be better, like let's say 5% at the maximum, so yeah, not such a big difference. You can still push a lot with this, and yeah, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be enjoying it as I did, and trust me, you wanna stay tuned for this because I have such a good solo shuffles to showcase you. Also one shots of the 2v2 arenas, double DPS, you're gonna go insane for that. And yeah, in order to stay tuned for that and to show the support, if you like my videos, make sure to toss a like and subscribe. And yeah, without any further ado, let the guide begin. So, as always in my guides, let's kick off things with the talents. So, as I've always been saying, the left side, it's totally optional, it's totally up to you. You may not agree with me, you may not like to use the spells like me, but this is my preference, this is what I think is the best, and that makes Enhancement Shaman the best. So yeah, I'm just gonna go quickly through that. Of course, I'm going for the Earth Shield, for the Healing Stream, for the Refreshing Waters and stuff like that, because as much as self-heal as we can get as possible is more better for us, because we are kinda soft, and yeah, people are always aiming towards us in arenas. Here I was always using Spirit Walk, but for a previous year I swapped to Gust of Winds and I really like it. Of course, I'm not playing Enhancement Shaman with Third Grab Totem, without Cap Totem, without regular Purge. I see a lot of people using Greater Purge, but I don't like it because you may not remove the things that you wanted to and you're just stuck on a 12-second cooldown. On the other hand, yeah, you do spend less time purging, but it's always great to have purge whenever you can, and yeah, this is mandatory for me. Of course, Totemic projection, because there is a lot of movements and you know, some totems need to be stabilized, so moving them with Totemic projection is the best thing. Of course, again, I'm not playing Enhancement Shaman without Hex. I see a lot of people actually go without that, and Hex is my main thing. Hex brings me a lot of kills in arenas, so yeah, it's a must. Of course, Tremor Totem to cancel all the fears, sleep and stuff like that. And here in this one, for the Stormbringer, I decided to go for the Frost Shock, which I was not using in Totemic, and that's the only difference between those two. Stormbringer talents are pretty much straightforward, like you don't have much choices here. In this one I decided to go for the Electroshock instead of Lightning Conduit. Here I'm going for the Supercharge instead of Storm Swell, and here Nature Protection instead of Surging Currents, and everything is just there by the default. On the right side, again, it is a bit different obviously than the Totemic, because here we are going full the right side to the Primordial Wave, but here we are not. We're just going, you know, obviously we need a Flame Tongue weapon, Molten Assault, and that's it pretty much. We are going for the Volcanic Blaze because it's much better than the Flame Shock, and going there for Fire Nova, Elemental Weapons, and that's it for the right side. Left one is again pretty straightforward. We are going for that Storm build, for that Storm Strike, for the, you know, building up all that storm energy and stuff that we can, as much as we can. So it's pretty self-explanatory why going fully to the left side to take the Thunder Capacitor. I'm not going to be reading these stunts because you can read, and trust me, this is the best. Of course, Thorium Invocation and Ascendance are the must. Those are the killer brings, and I like this new thing that they merged the Doom Winds with the Ascendance, so now it's even more powerful, and trust me, Ascendance brings you so many kills. Like, you're seriously going to enjoy the next solo shuffle that I'm gonna upload after this guide, because it was insane kills with Ascendance. And yeah, obviously going for the Feral Spirits, which are the passives, Land Accumulation, Elemental Assault, and these 3 new talents. Just go fully for them because they're perfectly designed for this Stormbringer build, so yeah. That's it pretty much. You have the link down in the description, aka the codes, and I will also leave the codes for Totemic in case you wanna still play that and check that guide as well. For the PvP talents, again, it's all the same. These are 3 mandatory, like Shamanism, Burrow and Grounding. When I'm not fighting anyone that grounding can be good for, I swap either to Static Field Totem or Lightning Lasso, sometimes Counter Strike when it's against 2 melees, but if I see it gets destroyed in first game, then I don't use it ever again, because a lot of people does destroy it, which kinda sucks. It could use some more health in order to be beneficial, but yeah, PvP talents are not so many options and they're pretty much straightforward. So yeah, that's about the talents. Let's jump into the rotation. Here we are onto the gear and the stat priority and stuff like that. Well, it's also pretty similar to Totemic. It's kind of what I like about Enhancement Shaman in the last few years, and what I kind of don't like because it's a bit boring, but it is how it is and it's how it works, and that it's always staying the same. There's always same stat priority. Obviously, agility is our main, no need to mention that, items give it automatically. After that, obviously for PvP, you want to aim for versatility, and every PvP item has a versatility, so again, no need to mention that. Straight after that, you want to go for as much haste as possible, after haste mastery, and last but not least, the critical strike. So yeah, go as much haste as you can, whichever can't, go for the mastery, and that's it pretty much. For this current season, it's still best option to use only 2 sets of the tier set, which are the chest and head, and you want to go for that. For the obvious reasons, the good stats, which both gives haste and mastery, and the 4 set bonus is just really not doing anything, so yeah, just go for these 2. Other items are pretty self-explanatory. Neck, haste and versa. Cloak I crafted, and I was using this Archon Wave Insight thing. Bracer the same. Weapons are the Gladiator Slicers, which I was going for the mastery there. And hands, again, haste versa, haste versa, haste versa. Finger I also crafted, and here I use this arcane thingy for the ancient. And yeah, best possible trinkets are Medallion and Novice Combatant Insignia of Alarcity. Of course, this is gonna be replaced as soon as I get my conquest, but yeah, I'm pretty much missing 3 items and I am best in slot for PvP. So yeah, that was kind of a quick gear up as well. And for the ancients on items, there is not so many of them. For the chest, you want to go for the Mark of Root and Warden. For the head, you want to go for the Empowered Blessing of the Speed. For the weapons, the best one is Accuracy of Friend Array, and I'm going for double of them. And for the finger, Silver Moon Solarcity, following the Mastery and Haste gems, which I don't have on every item, but I will get it, I promise. And yeah, that's pretty much it. About gearing, this is the best possible gear that you can get, and stats and enchants and gems and stuff like that, so yeah, you should definitely go for that. And after this, we're going for the last but not least thing, and that is the rotation, so let's jump into it. Alright, for the rotation, it is even more simple than the Totemic one. In Totemic one, you kinda had to align a few things, and here there's pretty much no much things which you're literally about to see. So obviously, before you get into arena or any fight, you wanna buff yourself up using the weapon enchants, which are the Wind Fury and Flame Tongue, Lightning Shield, Earth Shield if you're using it, and Sky Fury. Then when you're starting fight, you always wanna just start it with Voltic Blaze and just, you know, put that Flame Shock on them, especially if there is someone who's using stealth, so you can expose them. After that I like to continue with my frost shock, so I can slow or just hold in place my enemy while I can get closer to him, especially when there are casters that are trying to run away. And then after that you can just go straight into building up your what's it called, Maelstrom weapon. Just go straight for the Storm Strike. That is your priority whenever you can use your Storm Strike, and then you can go on Lava Lash, Storm Strike again, Voltic Blaze, Crash Lightning. Whenever you have the 10 Maelstrom stacks, you want to go for the Lightning Bolt. But if you're fighting melees that are crowded, you want to use your Crash Lightning, and every 10 Maelstrom stacks you want to use your Chain Lightning. And by doing that with all those stuff, you're actually gonna be doing pretty good AoE damage to them, and kind of lowering them down in the same time, which is always good. When you use your Maelstrom stacks 4 times, you get your Tempest Strike, which is mandatory use. Just use it as fast as possible, and that is also why it's important to use the Lightning Bolt whenever you get the 10 stacks. That way you can build up to the Tempest Strike as fast as possible and deal tons of damage. So you're starting the fight. You have your buffs. Place down the Healing Stream Totem, Voltic Blaze, Frost Shock. Then pump a few Storm Strikes. And when you have the 10 Maelstrom stacks, you want to use Ascendance and Heroism at the same time. You can even make a macro, which you can use them by one click. When you are into the Ascendance, all you want to do is press 2 in my case, aka press the Wind Strike, and just spam as many Wind Strikes as possible. And trust me, you don't need to use anything else. Every Tempest will be displayed, because that's what Torrent Invocation do, and you just want to pump as much as possible. And you kind of want to use your Ascendance early, because either it will bring you a kill or it will use all their defensive cooldowns, so after that they're pretty much doomed. After 1 minute is gone, you can use your hero again. That's your light burst, that I can say. And after another minute, you'll have your Ascendance back again with the heroism, aka Bloodlust for my Horde players. So if you don't kill it in a first wave, in the next 2 minutes, if you can survive that long, you and your partner, whoever you're playing with, they are 100% dead. You're going to see in a next videos that I'm about to upload. It's so insane. So yeah, rotation is pretty much straightforward. Start with your shocks, pump up the Storm Strike as much as you can. Whenever you have the 10 Maelstrom stacks, you just want to go for the Lightning Bolt. When you decide that you want to burst and fuck them up, you can just use your Ascendance plus Heroism, and you can again use it in a safe time, so you can make a macro where you're gonna be using both of them with a one click, because Heroism doesn't have a global CD as other spells do. So yeah, that's also very beneficial. After a minute, you can use your hero again to try and kill them, pop up your burst, and after that you have Ascendance and hero again. So yeah, and whenever you're using your heroism, make sure you target your arena partner that you want to give it to, because it also boosts them up when you're using the talent Shamanism. So yeah, that's also a good and beneficial thing for your group. Whenever you can, use your Hex either on the DPS that you're ignoring, or obviously on a healer, but watch out for the DR. Again, all other spells are self-explanatory. So yeah, that's pretty much it about rotation. So yeah, with saying all of that, we have come to an end of this PvP guide for the Stormbringer, aka Ascendance, aka the Storm Strike build. Hope you guys found it helpful, and if you have any questions, make sure to comment down below, because as always I've been answering all the questions. If you don't want to play this build and you want to play Totemic, you also have created guide and link down in the description, so yeah, check the guide. You can copy these talents, you can copy my Totemic talents, everything will be in the description. And yeah, if you like this video, make sure to like it, and if you wanna show the support, make sure to subscribe. And yeah, stay tuned for the next videos, because I promise there are gonna be epic shuffles and arenas. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one.